What's going on, Alphino? They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me, caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us. We know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness. Then in you swoop. Here to help? What a rot. All a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in, put ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge. You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later. We've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed that was still warm. It's true. Licinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours. And if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'd never give up my people. It's literally just Garleans and Garlemald alone has been the only ones pushing war. And when you get fucked, we are coming and we're like, hey, we're here to help you. And you're like, no revenge! And we're the savages, right? We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill. The empty bottles prove it. So the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry, or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? To protect them from you. Bro, you invade our homeland, taint it with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting for a chance to free them, since the moment you arrived. But we literally came and stayed with you and we're like really chill and we helped you and fucking... No, yes, you're right. We wasted valuable resources of our little packet to give to you because we're so evil. I cannot say how Licinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Yep. Agreed. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend to my injuries and theirs. I will join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not too surprised over this happening, but I'm trying to piece together in my mind what we could probably do to sway their minds. The only reason we've been at war with Garlemald is because Garlemald has issued war on us. Always. That has always been the case. 2 sets of fresh footprints. Young women judging by the size. Wait, you can judge that by the... Oh shit. This is definitely them. Come on. Alright. I'm just riding my motorcycle because I heard there were a lot of beasts and we had to be careful, you know, not to make so much sound. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as to not leave footprints. I can't think of any other reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. We could really do with Alphino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Oh. Alright. Is it gonna be one of those sparkly little destination things? Yep. Empty bottle. The empty bottle smells faintly of alcohol. The thin coating of dirt indicates it has been here for some time and is unlikely to have any connection to Licinia or her sister. Alright. Let's see then. This is a pretty big area to search for clues. And I'm trying my best to just dodge every single enemy I see in the meantime. Fresh blood. Oh boy. That's not good. The blood staining the snow appears to be fresh. Judging by the amount, the victim may have been severely wounded. Yeah, that's a big blood splash. The trail of blood leads southeastwards. Alright. I mean, once again, I to a certain degree, I don't think it's unwarranted. I mean, imagine if we just found a large place, a large piece of land, a continent all of a sudden that's just been undiscovered. And everybody there wields magic. In today's day and age, where we've grown up, you know, never knowing magic, it would be like, what the fuck? Spooky. So oh boy. Wait a minute, I think I have the right thing. Let's see, what you do is... Yeah, no, I'm sorry, you're fucked. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. That's the sister, right? They even brought the radio. The two... Jesus! The two bodies are already cold. Dude. Let's see, don't get over here. Alpha, no, don't get over here.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I hate it. It sounds so uncanny with this radio playing this music, dude.
Why wouldn't they? Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't
Being
belong
here.
But neither did they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave.
Jesus, this turned fucking dark as hell.
Of course, I didn't believe it. But Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there's something to the tale after all. I want to understand. So I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right.
The radio?
You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Wow. Fuck. There must have been something we could have done. But what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? Oh boy. Alphanaud's resolve may be shaken, but he has not forgotten his duty. We have already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. Nope, wrong bike. I wanna go fast. Oh wait, but we're going over here, right? Yeah. I didn't... Jesus. I didn't expect it to be that fucking brutal that quick. Holy shit. At least it wasn't as fucking bizarre and brutal as the Tesleen thing. Oh boy. Alice and Alpha now tell me they have finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrained from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for your account? So, yeah.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Popularis, Maxima identified.
Okay, before we go further on this, I just have to say that I fucking love Ishtola's winter coat. Holy shit, it looks good as fuck. I am a big fan of the one Graha was wearing as well. I think I looked up how you can get it, or something similar at least. Which was like a level 80 master recipe? Or something like that. I don't know what it means when there's like stars next to the crafting recipe. It had 2 stars at level 80 at the very least, but it looked so good. As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Popularis Maxima identified.
They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald.
Were they the crew that we fought on our way here when they attacked our convoy? I don't remember.
The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it.
Nerva. Doesn't ring a bell.
Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events of the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically.
Right.
Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Remember that. Yeah.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varys Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession. And in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at
Jesus.
fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
It
We
does?
have something to show you all.
Oh no. What huge piece am I missing?
Varys spoke to them through this radio.
Oh!
Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
Huh. I did not draw those two together.
We are of one mind, then.
Yeah. Oh, we aren't hearing it because... Oh, fuck.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
Right.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
Oh shit, okay.
My friends, I must speak with you.
What's up?
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Well, we can't blame them for trying to get a hold of supplies. All things considered, you know.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a temple knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Julus Pier Nobanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
Excuse you?
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
Well, then I will go.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
Yeah, 100%. I'm fucking going. I'm worth at least 500 men when it comes to if a battle were to break out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm fucking going with you. It's not even on the table, dude. I'm going with you.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause.
Exactly.
But you will proceed with the utmost care.
I'm always careful. Almost always, at the very least.
Couple of children and what? A cell sword? Is this an insult?
Dear Lord, grant me the strength to not slap the fuck out of this punk ass motherfucker. Do you know who I am?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Alright, escort mission. You will be received as invited guests, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourself accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Thancred in particular will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Are you and the children ready? I will explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. Dude, you little motherfucker. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. Alright. Let's see how this will go. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill, then follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead. I want you where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm Alisei, and he's Alphina. And last but not least, there's Zelin. Zelin. Where have I heard that before? That's right, I'm kind of a big deal! No matter. Alphino and Alisei will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter, run towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. Once you choose to depart, Julius will accompany you. Alphino and Alisei will then begin moving towards the destination. Make your way to Liminal Station 4 without falling behind. If you leave Julius behind for any reason, or lose sight of Alphino and Alisei, you may try again by returning to the starting point. Okay. Ready to make a dash for the station? Yes. Alright. How far is it? I guess I can't see. We're running straight into a polar bear! Bruh. Bruh. That wasn't even an attempt to fucking go around them. What are you... Alright. Fucking went straight. Let's see. We'd better not draw attention. You can't say that after you just did that. What do you mean? That's the station, I presume. Yeah. I've been here before. Well, obviously, because I've scoured the entire map, but... Oh, no. I'm thinking of this place where you went down. This is... yeah. Jotten. Get out of here! Oh. There we go. There we go. No issues. This is it. The first stop, that is. Good. It looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No. We're stopping here so I can check for pursuers. Since it appears you've kept to your side of the bargain, we can carry on. North of the station is Regio Domorum, one of the main residential areas. Or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off. Understood? It sounds like there's fucking zombies. Please. The afflicted? Roaming the streets? In packs? Tearing us to shreds? No, this is starting to sound too creepy. Stop. Stop. Stop! From here, we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen. Aye, they spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you're to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back, I will not take that chance. With that said, let us proceed. Alright, let's see. Just gotta dodge all of the... Yeah, there we go. Oh, and I get to use my new super cool AoE ability. Boom. Oh, man. I'm so happy. And you're done. I see why your comrades chose you. That's right, motherfucker. You see, I'm not just a dude. I'm the dude. Jealous, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. Your people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people. They're beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. Alright, let's go. Good. Just had to make sure that Jordan didn't do a quick 180. Alright. We got these dudes in the bag. Oh, I was stunned. I was like, what the fuck happened? And there we go. Looks like we're not being followed. We will continue onward. Alright, sounds good, sounds good. I meant what I said. These people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before only out of desire to remain undiscovered, and that is still the higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. Dude. After the shit we went through to fucking find a cure for tempering. Wait! Oh, there it was. I didn't see it on the map. Oh, so we are heading over there. Okay, that's fucking cool. Nice. Last time I was there, I tried to interact with the Aetheryte, and it was just like, this Aetheryte is disabled. Man. Maybe they'll be kind enough to turn the on switch so I can use it. Alright. Dodge them, nice. And it's just around the corner here. Oh, these are just sprites. I don't think they attack you unless you attack them. There we go. Wait. Up. up. What? I got a little too ahead of myself, it would seem. How did I miss? What in the fuck are those? Okay, yeah, thank you, that's fucking terrifying. Oh my god. Look at what they have become. Would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Yeah, I don't think our temperings, the tempered people that we've seen, has ever been transformed that way, have they? Unless... I'm trying to think... No, not tempered. We've seen transformations, but those that have made transformations have become primals. They are just tempered people that are transformed somehow? Those exposed to a vast quantity of a primal's ether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Okay, I guess we have encountered it. Then you admit it. Now that you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you will think twice before speaking of a cure. Now we're heading over there. All right. Well, I guess since they have a zero tolerance policy for primals, and we have had a lot of experience with primals, I guess to them they're just like monsters and that's it. But we, having had extensive history with primals, are more akin to be like, actually, it's an ailment and it is treatable. We're almost there. You have kept your side of the agreement, so I will keep mine. This way. This is Tetium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. It now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I will be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. You better not try to fuck me. See, this is so cool. This is like an actual metro station. It's so fucking cool. It really is. Because, I mean, there's no other way to say it. Yeah, this is way more technologically advanced than anything we have in Eorzea. But at the same time, not really, because we just have other forms of technology using magic and ether in ways that the Garleans do not. It's plain to see why they chose this as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed. And if Jealous was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like the victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Lower your voices. While you may be here as my guests, the others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive over there. Oh man, this is so fucking cool. Do you think maybe they turned it on? Do you think maybe they turned it on? Nope, they didn't. Okay. The Etherite is not responding. God damn, that fucking beard though. Imposing commander.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir.
Wallin.
I present to you
No?
our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, legatus of the First Legion.
Of the First Legion.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
Well, shit, we were just talking about
We
you.
lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable.
These Garleans have a serious sass problem.
Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this.
What did he say before I cut him off? I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this.
We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want...
Why do I keep accidentally...
What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting, after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but...
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated, and we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to. But...
Believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here. And all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want. What you hope for.
So much blood has been shed. So much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together? To face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald?
Bravo.
Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
What? No, come on. I could single-handedly take all of these
However,
down.
as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
Excuse me? No.
What are these?
Can't use magic.
You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
Dude, there's no way in fucking hell that I am letting them put a fucking shock collar on me. Yeah, you motherfucker, you can try. Yeah, dude. Yeah, this motherfucker knows not to try. I was gonna say, dude, I will fuck you up. What the fuck?
The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Boom, bitch. Yeah, that's right.
Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
Dude, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. Are you...
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Because even the most bitter adversary may one day see reason. On the coldest, blackest of nights, meager though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be.
Oh, Hoshafant really impacted us so much. They didn't have to do the fucking flashback. Come on now.
You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Gilles has his orders, unpleasant though they may be. As per Lord Quintus's instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Tertium. Before you ask, no, I don't have a key or any other means to remove your collars. Nor would I tell you if I did, and if you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So, do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean. Or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. Oh, snap! Do as you will. But remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries. Understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation. And above all else, don't use magics of any sort. You, on the other hand, may go wheresoever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alphino and Alizé will pay the price. Sick son of a bitch. Octavia. Oh, that's a really pretty name. It's you, Selin Lily. I served under Lord Gaius in the 14th Legion. I was there on the night the Praetorium fell. You and your adventurers, you killed them. My comrades, my friends, swept them aside in their dozens as though they were nothing to you. And maybe I am too, just another faceless enemy to be cut down. But it won't be long until our countrymen return, until you get what you deserve. Mark my words. Oops. So cold. This young soldier is on the verge of losing consciousness. You came with Jullus, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here, you'd best keep your hands off that aetheryte. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans, 4 Garleans. Could teleport all over in the blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the aetheryte's power to keep this place lit, though that comes at the cost of its normal function. This radio is the same model as the one used at Victor's spoils. Perhaps it is what saved the soldiers here from being tempered. I know who you are. The so-called champion of Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? I'll wipe that smirk off your face. By the blood of our fallen compatriots, I swear I'll... Damn. Tore the suitors. Ooh. Of all the times. Worst of the lot within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for the... Third? If it weren't for the third bleeding us, we'd be the end of you. Virgilia's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus his life, but we made our escape, took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back, and then night fell and we gathered around the radio. Then the roar, the terrible roar. The capital was in chaos, but we were spared. If you can call this a mercy. Mind intact but body broken. A soldier in name alone. I'd cut you down where you stand if I could. Murderer. Jesus, dude. You can really feel the fucking hatred. And, you know, I can't really blame them, can I? Did you learn anything of note? Then your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. The sick and injured are at greatest risk. Without warmth and proper nutrition, I fear they will soon perish. I realize there is precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Please, will you help me tend to them? Of course. Of course. Who's there? My eyes, I can't see all that well. Ah, thank you. The numbness has subsided a little, but I know it won't last much longer. You should look to the others who can still fight. Give them my ration. If me going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. At least I can still serve in that way. Dude. So those you met fare no better? I was afraid you would say that. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies? Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize they are not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Gellus could persuade him? Though we'd need to persuade Gellus first. Dude, I'm a master of words. One of these, you know what I mean? Then it's all settled. Well, seen enough. Gellus, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? We've been scavenging provisions from the nearby houses, as most families kept, some stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work, and we've a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees or one of the afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's ceruleum you need, our contingent has secured a ready supply. We can have some sent over. We will not accept your charity. If we can hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume? One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Fuck. I don't know what they're referencing. One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume. I will take the option that seems like I know what they're talking about, at least. Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted. Or in the bastard's words, loyal servants of the Telophoroi. A hooded man, you say, huh? Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We'd identified the seat of the enemy's power, we realized. Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion, saying as much, and instructing them to join forces with the provincial. What has happened? What is happening? And instructing them to join forces with the provincial. Why do I not know this word? Provincial legions to prepare for a combined assault on the Telophoroi. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word, and we will bring you ceruleum. I will speak with Lord Quintus. Alphonor got that speech 100 going. So, did he agree to it? No. He will not place Garlemald in the debt of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. I mean, that fucking works, you know what I mean? Very well. After all, many hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. What? How are we more... What do you mean? What? Once we are outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. More trouble than we were worth? He's like, oh man, I gotta go outside. I gotta do all this work, you know, put myself at risk. And we're like, well, fuck it. We're great warriors. We'll go out there and help you. You're so fucking annoying. You're so much work. What do you mean? Stop being such a... Dude. Jealous finds himself in the somewhat bizarre position of leading ambassadors of an enemy contingent on a salvage mission. We will begin our search for ceruleum in Regio Urbanissima. The first location is Forum Solius, a park to the northwest of this station. You are to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. Alright. Fucking hell. Alright. Let's go get some ceruleum. I forget. Is ceruleum like an ore or something? I know it's used for like energy or fuel, if you will, but I don't remember exactly what it is. So, this is the park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Zos Galvus. I figured that was tied to them. Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked magic armor? No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the machina in the vicinity. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time in case something has been overlooked. I see. Then with your permission, we will commence the search. Alright. Already see some glimmering stuff. Shop counter. Alright, let's see if... Do we have something in the shop? Though rather small by Garlean standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant stall. Perhaps it was built for children to play at Shopkeeper. There is nothing inside resembling Magitech or any other devices that would be fueled by ceruleum. Alright. Ah, will the map hold some fuel, mayhaps? Map of Forum Solis. Several points of interests are marked on the map of Forum Solis. The pond, children's play areas. To your knowledge, however, none would require the use of ceruleum. Oh, it's just them glittering. Alright. Well, let's head over here. War Machina wreckage. I doubt we'll find anything in here. Then next is a slide. Cursory inspection of the wrecked Magitech armor confirms that the fuel canisters have long since been drained of ceruleum, as Jullus said. Alright. The children's slide. Rich in fresh ceruleum. Surely. Nitro-powered slides. The contraption is built in the style of Imperial War Machina, armed with a battery of weapons and capable of transforming into different configurations. But on closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. Dude, the Warrior of Light sometimes is a fucking egghead, dude. He sees a slide and he's like, holy shit, this could be some huge ass Transformer shit. It's a fucking Gundam, motherfucker. Oh no, it's a children's slide. I mean, A for effort though. A for effort though. We gotta give him that. Yeah, I found jack shit. I'm sorry. Oh, it's you. Any luck? 9. I am afraid no such thing was found. Luck was not on my side. There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. I couldn't help noticing you gazing at the pond. Is something the matter? What? Yes, I mean, no, Oh, stop. He's probably thinking back of when things were fine. It's just... I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over, so like all the other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet when all was said and done. Every time. And every time we'd get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pond was heated. Right? There's gotta be something with a ceruleum-powered heater by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath a hatch. But that was a long time ago, when the water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. We can't see a thing, and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I'd wager it's still unbearably cold, though. Jullus, What are your thoughts on magic? The average Garlean would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first has a few foreign signiferi and medici, so it doesn't scare me. Then I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alphino, as you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, a blast of Verfire should do the trick. Oh, I love this inspirational music. Leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. That tank isn't going to fetch itself. It's nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed ceruleum from a frozen lake like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. So, fancy a dip? A little friendly competition might make things interesting. The last thing we need is you catching a cold. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That way we'll find it in no time. Nah, a little friendly competition might make things interesting. Last one to find a cerulean tank is a rotten egg. Though I dare say we'll both smell like rotten eggs when this is over. Oh man, I love this. You delve into the murky water but come up empty-handed. To add injury to insult, the icy wind on your damp clothing chills you to the bone. Alright. It's cool that we actually get a little debuff. You delve into the murky water but come up empty-handed. And once again, yep. Chilled to the bone. Alright. It would be the last one I check, of course. Here we go. Beneath the water, your fingers catch on what you think might be a handle. Let's go. Here we go. That's so ridiculous. You open the hatch and retrieve a ceruleum tank. Yeah! However, your grand discovery comes at a great personal cost as you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and the rancid odor emanating from every ilm of your body. Jealous will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver to him your prize. Well, shit. Did you find anything? I hope you did. Yes, I did. I did. Temperature regulator ceruleum tank. Uncovering hidden treasure is an adventurer's bread and butter, though one is not normally required to go elbow deep in ice-cold, stagnant... Hold on. Right. Though one is not normally required to go elbow deep in ice-cold stagnant pond water to retrieve it. Nevertheless, many would choose that over mowing down hordes of slavering beasts or solving annoying puzzles. Oh man, I love that. That's it. And there's still some cerulean left. Ceruleum. Ah, the fire is still not ready. Hold on, I'll give Alphino a hand. Man, my new armor, I got it dyed and everything. Call me an Uldan, because by fire I am reborn. I never heard that expression before. Call me an Uldan, because by fire I am reborn, and my clothes are mostly dry now too. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated in Lord Quintus's eyes, you're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Gilles, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did. Not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal with family, visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite the ice would melt and the forgotten grass make its triumphant return. Grey clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sun rise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble, those friends dead, and those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had, soon our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little longer. Damn. Well, once again, we're all victims in this. This is why we need to fight together! Together! Now that the fire has burned out, Gilles is ready to move on. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search just outside the park. Alright. And where might that be? Okay, it was very close. Let's see, alright. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. While my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beatings are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time. That time being now. Rather than price them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering though, you should check the Machina ceruleum gauge to see if there is any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Understood. Let's get to work. Alright, we're gonna blow up some rubble. According to the ceruleum gauge, this unit's fuel tank is empty. Alright, then there's no need. The ceruleum gauge on this unit appears to have been broken, giving you no way to determine how much fuel its tank may hold. Well, I assume what I want to do is look at every single one and grab the ones that we know have fuel in them first, right? We don't know about that one at all. Okay. Let's see here. Been broken, you can't determine. Okay. Empty, alright. Or they're either empty or they're just broken. Every single one of them seems to be the case. And there's no one back here. No, I'm well outside of the zone, Victor. So no, that it would be a no. All right. What was this one? Empty. Okay. Broken. Okay, so we do this one to take a little look-see-loo. Boom. After successfully removing the war Machina's outer casing and retrieving the ceruleum tank, you find it to be completely empty. Well, shit. This one, yeah. Okay, let's see. I like how he literally told us, like, while weak, you should avoid the explosion because of shrapnel. Fast forward to me standing literally dead center of the explosion. After successfully removing the war Machina's outer casing and retrieve the ceruleum tank, you find it to be completely empty. Well, fuck. It was a matter of time, I feel like. Come at me then. There we go, and you're done. Get Shreked. Need some more here. I have a fair amount of explosives to spare today, but tomorrow is another story. We can't afford to waste them on units with nothing to offer, so be sure to check the gauge first. Of course, if the gauge is damaged, it's up to you to make the call. Yeah, either they're completely empty or the gauge is broken. There's no functioning gauge that say there's fuel left. Nope, not that one. But this one. So I assume this one should have it, because the other ones are empty. There we go. You retrieve the war Machina's ceruleum tank to find it is still half full, or half empty, depending on one's perspective. Either way, Jealous will surely be pleased by your discovery. There we go. Nice. Alright, alright, alright. More explosives? Wait, is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. Not only did this tank survive the attack that disabled the war Machina in which it was installed, it also escaped the blast of your explosives unscathed. If medals for outstanding service were awarded to inanimate objects, this champion, this champion among ceruleum tanks would surely deserve one. I fucking love the descriptions of these items. You've done it again. Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go and see how Alice and Alphinaud are faring. Alright. I will idly sit by and just wait, I guess. Surely nothing bad will happen. Oh, seemingly not. Okay, well, great.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Thancred, you slime motherfucker.
You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of our scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything.
Yeah, don't watch for long. There's massive spoilers here. I'm drinking tea, actually. I recently bought some new tea. I usually only drink black tea, but this was, I think it was called green tea. Very citrusy, and I have honey inside. Some would argue that honey spoils the tea. I would argue it only emboldens the flavor. It is a very warm and cozy. But once again, yes, right? Honey in the tea is perfect. It is absolutely perfect. But yeah, do take care, because I am currently going through the Endwalker MSQ, basically skipping everything else, just focus on the story. So if you haven't reached this part yet yourself, I would definitely recommend to not continue watching. But thank you for stopping by to say hi. All right. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. Oh, I can respond. There's okay. It's a two-way thing.
Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for.
How so?
Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up.
Wow. I am in envy of you. Post Shadowbringers content is some of the best content of video games, like, period. It's fucking fantastic. So, that sounds like a plan. You are in for a blast. That's all I'm gonna say. Have a great one. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up.
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Sure. We will.
With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
I just imagine me freezing up, just standing there. Don't move a muscle. Be inconspicuous. They had not gone far. Who? Oh, right. You were searching for Elsie and Elf now. Oh, I have a hard time keeping my mind focused, I can tell. Oh, and thank you, Kelko, for the follow. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. Very much. That means a lot. They had not gone far. No, yeah, I saw that. You were just around the corner.
High and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
Yeah.
I
It's...
wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. And a at least we gained a little bit of trust. I mean, he did tell us a pretty personal and emotional thing about his past.
Brought back a king's ransom? Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
Dude, stop calling us savages.
In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts.
He was making a joke. All right, I can respect it.
There are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
That is fucked.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
I'll have you know that it was, yes.
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
Refuel the armor?
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
I mean, your people here are literally dying.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out as well.
Speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question.
Yeah, armor. They must have meant like a magitech vehicle of some sort, I assume.
Will they ever escape this cult? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Euless spoke?
I mean, it's gonna take time for sure, but if we continue and let ourselves, you know, be driven by our past feuds, who's to say, honestly? I mean, I wouldn't say never, but it will certainly prolong it. Quintus isn't really doing anyone any favor.
Finished your war, Council?
Oh man, I feel so bad for Jealous. It's apparent he cares.
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
Wait, they're springing to action on us?
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
I am glad though that they did. Thancred literally just said this to me, and I was already ready to be like, I'm gonna fuck you guys up. Thank you. All right. Yes. Good. I promise I'm not a savage. All right. All right. Everything will be all right. Have faith.
Get them out of here.
Man, I look good. Oh, I look good. I am so happy. So happy. My favorite Dragoon armor, without question, is still... I can't talk anything about the level 90 Dragoon armor. Simply because I haven't equipped it on my character and, you know, run around with it or something. So I have to disregard it for now. But my absolute favorite Dragoon armor is, I think it's the... yes, it's the level 70 Dragoon armor. The one that I think Estinian is like currently wearing all throughout. It just looks so fucking good. Oh my god, it looks good. Though I have not unlocked it in a manner that I can put any dice on it yet. And I don't know if I will prefer it over the dragon armor, simply because the dragon armor has glowing things. That's so cool. The level 70 gear doesn't have glowy bits, but it looks so good. Alright, jealous. Alphino and Alice will be fine, providing they do not resist. I mean, that's not much of an assurance, but, you know... Okay. Once again, Jealous has been entrusted with an unviable task. You will accompany me back to your camp, where I will meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there is something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to Legionnaires Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You are to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the eel for further details. In those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. Jealous, are you in some way helping us out here, maybe? Oh, dude. Marcellinus. I mean, this guy actually hates me. He literally stated if it wasn't for his deep wounds, he would try to kill me right here and now, so... And Octavia was one of the few survivors of the Praetorium who said I butchered all of her friends and comrades, so... Oh boy. Yeah, this is awkward. Alright, you again. Hey, it's me. Ask the eel, he said. So, that's to be the way of it. After all this. What do you mean? How ironic that you should be the one to deliver the news. Yeah, see, it's got to be something that he's going to stand up for us, right? That's why he says it's ironic. If those are my orders, then so be it. For the glory of Gardenwald. Eel. Oh, no idea what it could be. What do you want with me? Ask the eel. So Lord Quintus has reached a decision. I knew he would understand, that he would recognize the savage. That he would recognize the savage is a ruthless, merciless creature, and to defeat him, we too must be uncompromising. I am ready. In the name of Emperor Varys, for the glory of Gaul. Wait, I just realized the irony. Is the irony that I myself is giving the order to fuck our camp up? In the name of Emperor Varys, for the glory of Garlemald, I will fulfill my duty. Okay, well, this doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I wanna beat. All right. Oh man. Speak with Jullus. This is what I was picturing, right? Yeah, that ass. When they mentioned armor, this is what I was picturing them they would bring up. Have you done as instructed? Their duties involve more than the transportation of supplies, don't they? Duty is rarely a simple thing. We have been given additional orders, though whether we will be required to follow them depends entirely on your contingent. You and I are in this together now. Like it or not, we have to cooperate. There is one other matter, a place I'd like to visit on the way to your camp. It's a short walk from here. Follow me. Okay. I will zoom on over there. A little bit. This is quite the detour. I have perfected the arts of avoiding every single combat on the way to a quest objective. There we go. Jullus lingers by the ruins, reluctant to leave and reluctant to stay. Unable to move on. Wait here? Yep. He's just standing there. Okay.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate.
Oh, right.
When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I hadn't.
Oh man, that is fucked up.
I'd I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. Garlean flag bears a chain. The bonds between our countrymen.
I honestly never thought of it as a chain, but I definitely see it in the design. Holy shit, it only took me 4 expansions to make that connection. I didn't even make the connection, he just outright told me, so I mean, yeah.
A red link at its center. The blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald.
Oh.
But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, I forget I spoke. We should go.
Man, that is so far.
It's no use.
Oh, is that?
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here
Bust them
any
up?
more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
Yes, huddle up for goodness sake.
It's so cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
My babies.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections.
But it is all the differences and the imperfections that make life as colorful and beautiful as it is.
A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
Exactly.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish you'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alize.
Yes. Here comes... Oh, not Thancred. Fucking Estinian, dude. Oh, shit. We're not gonna listen to these demands, are we? Well, actually, they're not quote-unquote demands. They are demands. But we're not gonna
The
listen
scouts
to
have
them, right?
secured Alizé and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Ambush!
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald,
Oh
under former
shit.
Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
Stop! Both of you!
Oh fucking hell, the music was on
This
point
child
there.
may be the worst emissary I've ever seen.
This child. What the fuck?
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
Damn.
What are your
Damn. Yeah, what you gonna do now, Quintus? Huh? You son of a bitch. Stand down.
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision.
Fuck yes.
Bereft of hope, and now dignity.
Come on, man.
I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
No, 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 no. No, dude. No, dude. No. Come on, for fuck's sake, don't.
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Much and more has occurred since we last met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. I... Yeah, I'm going to take a little break, use the restroom and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that shit hit a little too close to home because of things happening in my life right now. So that was very difficult. Since I am not cool enough to have like a be back soon little thing that I can just switch to, I'm just going to I'm just gonna do this. That's that's all I've got. That's all I've got. Oh man. Yeah, once again, that was a little too rough for me right now, and I will be well. I will be back soon. All right. With the immediate crisis averted, Lucia seeks to gain a clearer understanding of the present situation. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risks the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic. But perhaps they can be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Jonas back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alphano, Alice, and the scouts sent to extricate them. Sorry, I got lost there. Alphano, Alice, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have our other comrades in the area lend their support should it be needed. Understood. All right. Move my mic a little bit because I keep smacking into it when I'm eating. Alright, Ether current quest. Yes! Just who I was looking for. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Rilmana of Ishgard. I've been put in charge of our arrangement with Tapper's Den, you see. However, the very first of the Tappers to come bearing ceruleum has asked quite a lot of us, if I do say so. They wish for our help in getting Juturna Platform G up and running. The very same platform that's at the head of the Imperial's primary energy pipeline. What's more, he's a Garlean. I was convinced the only engineers left in Tapper's Den were from conquered territories. In any case, I'm not qualified to judge the motives of the man. I'd feel much more at ease if I had someone of your experience helping to make the call. Alright. I thank you for your willingness to assist. Let us go and speak with the Tapper in question then. He's a man by the name of Appius. Alright. Let's go talk to the man. There he is. I suppose you must be the friend Rimmel now wanted me to fetch. You have my thanks for getting him to agree to my proposal. Do not misunderstand. I have yet to agree to any such thing. I merely wanted someone else present during our talk. Very well. Though I do believe my preferred deal would be a boon to us and Ilsabard contingent alike. I used to work on Jeturna Platform G, you see, so I know more than most about the facility and its operation. That may be so, but your relationship to the facility notwithstanding, why should a Garlean such as yourself still be taking refuge in Tapper's Den? We've been led to believe that the former workers residing there were from other territories. You're right on the technicality. I was a supervisor rather than your typical staff. When the platform went down, it only seemed right that I stay with my crew. I always thought we were close, but living alongside them in Tapper's Den has made me realize that I took them and their skills for granted. And that's to say nothing of the blind eye I turned to their struggles. That's why I came to you. It's high time I be of some real use to them and everyone else if we're lucky. If we manage to get the platform back in working order, it'll dramatically increase our capacity to pump and refine ceruleum for everyone in the region. Sadly, we're more than a few hands short of a full workforce, not to mention the lack of supplies. Which is precisely where you come in. Help us get things up and running again and you'll have your share of the ceruleum coming out of the rig. You couldn't come up with a more mutually beneficial arrangement if you tried. Oh man, there's a hole in my fucking... That's why... Oh my god. Well, I almost made a mess. So he says, what do you think? Seems trustworthy to me. Yes, I've been leaning the same way myself. Ultimately, what he says about the potential benefits is true. Nevertheless, I doubt the higher-ups would assent to this. I suppose that is how it goes when you're dealing with military types. For what it's worth, I do understand the hesitancy to throw your lot in with someone from a hostile nation. Thus, part 2 of my proposal. I shall do you a service to prove myself worthy of the contingent's trust. I had a look around the fringes of your camp here before you arrived, and I've spotted a few ceruleum engines in need to repair. If I fix them up, your superiors would have no reason to suspect that I want to see you driven out. Less reason in any case. Assisting us with the use of local technology would go a long way, I'd imagine. That said, I've not heard anything about the ceruleum engines we've scavenged breaking down. It's not as if they're entirely useless yet, but I guarantee they're not running as they should. Give me the opportunity and I can have them working more efficiently and safely. You're welcome to accompany me while I do so. That way you can ensure that I don't get up to anything suspect, and then vouch for me with your superiors. I have no objections, so I trust you will sense anything amiss. Hell yeah. Let us begin with a proper inspection then. You can get to work as soon as you're ready, Zelen. I like the sound of that. I made way too much sauce for these bad boys. There is. Though the ultimate objective is to get the engines running at full capacity, the purpose of this inspection is to work out what parts we'll need. However, I would hate to fumble something and be accused of sabotage, so I'd appreciate it if you could be the one to lay hands on the devices. Never fear, I'll be right behind you telling you what to look for. If we inspect, say, 3 of them, we should have a decent idea of what needs repair. Lead the way. Alright. Get in. How do you get them to joyride? How do I get them to get in? Is it only instances? I kind of want to look it up, honestly. Because I remember... Okay. I remember when they introduced that we would be having NPCs that could join us and stuff. That was a cool thing. It was like you can even have the NPCs on your mount. Let me see if I can find it. And I don't want to go delving too much into Endwalker content stuff because I am very paranoid when it comes to spoilers. Well, let us look. Oh my god. Oh, some fresh cold water. My god. Life. Oh. I shouldn't breathe it in though. Jesus. My God. Here's an engine. Whew. But I've been running around. There's not anyone here. Oh wait, I see one sparkle over there. Nice. Let's just. I want to say I ordered. It could be inside here. Nope. There was an way in. And I checked here. Oh my God. Well, better late than never. Praise be to your deft hands. I have an idea of what our next step ought to be. Though perhaps it would be best to appraise Runelnod of our progress first. I feel my headphones sliding off. What? Hello? I don't know. That seemed pretty sketchy to me. How are our engines? Alas, I fear that each of those we examined are guaranteed to break down sooner or later, should you continue using them in their current state. That fucking sucks. Oh my God. Surely you jest. I swear. I swear it on my integrity as an engineer. You are in dire need of instruction in the proper operation of ceruleum engines. You saw the little lamp light up when you touched the switch, correct? That only illuminates when there's an issue with the engine. Okay, goddamn, I can't. I mean, I can still read. I don't need to hear it. This isn't technically MSQ. They were switched off for want of fuel when the settlement was abandoned, no doubt, which prevented them burning out. only to let them freeze solid instead, or your lot to turn them on. From the state they're in, I can only assume it didn't occur to you to warm them up first. I noticed you have heating technology of your own, but it will do you no good should the engines to power them break down, now will it? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from my assistance. I am a machinist from Frozen Climes myself, and what you say sounds plausible enough. Very well. On behalf of the camp, I formally ask you to repair the ceruleum engines. I suppose that means I will be taking responsibility if anything goes wrong, so you may as well use your own two hands this time. That's the spirit. I knew you'd come around. Onwards we go. And we can't, no, because fuck me, I guess. Alright. There we go. Okay. So. Fuck, yeah, that's right. I remember what happened last. Quintus was his name, right? He fucking video gamed himself. Yeah, that's really fucking dark. Holy fucking Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't want to get close to that. Stop. Fuck is that monstrosity, dude? Alright. Dude, I think this is so cool. They really have... Look at this. Like, this isn't necessarily early stage locomotives. Like, these look refined and fucking sleek, you know what I mean? Holy shit. It's so cool to see. So fucking cool to see. So my predictions forward here, though, is that more than likely Julius is going to take over. Maybe he'll be the new commander in the station, so to speak, and he's going to help to unite the two of our... What are we called? The Grand Company of Eorzea and Garlemald together. That's how I'm predicting it to go. Selin and Julius. Okay, I know it's a serious tone and everything, but I just want to point out that look at Graha's coat. Look at it. Holy fuck, it looks good. And I believe it was this coat that I saw that you could only get through crafting with a weaver, and that the recipe was like level 80 with 2 stars or something. Rebel's coat, I want to remember it being called. Ooh, it looks good. That aside, we arrived just before you did, and too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then, when he was alone, No. No, he wouldn't. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free, free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see they reach our camp safely. These store mounts cost so much. But man, that whale, I know the irony with it being a whale, but I really think it's super adorable and so beautiful of a mount. I really want it, but dude, it costs a lot. I'm not just gonna, yeah, it's a lot. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me. Take me with you. Please. Of course. Well, got the aetherite sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Laterum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be no more use for me and my skills over at your camp. Thank fuck. I can fucking attune to this one. Oh my god. And we have another one. Ether current quest. Let's see, is it in here? the guy who wanted to share his provisions or rations. Ah, it's you, the one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others. Oh yeah, right, he couldn't even see or something. I heard from the others that you're not from around here. I thought you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while the word starts to lose meaning, until all you're left with is anger and fear and hate, and I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'd be glad to accept. We have much to discuss, dude. I'll rescue the attacking Camp Broken Glass. What we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. They should come in handy. Conqueror's Shane, courtesy of our Lominsian friends. I'd save it for the tempered, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. Now, I will of course do that. However, before that task is handled, give me my ether currents. A woman with startling blue hair is in search of her son, who has disappeared without a trace. Excuse me, sir, have you seen a little boy with hair a similar shade to mine? He's my son, and I can't find him anywhere. It all started when I told him we ought to seek refuge in your encampment, and he started wailing and sobbing like I'd never seen. The next thing I knew, he was running hell for leather goodness knows where. I'm worried he may have left the station altogether, and the streets above are rife with danger. Please, could you find him for me? Of course. Oh, you will? Bless your heart. If I know my son, he's probably tried to return to our house to the north of Palatium Novum. Try there first before anywhere. He'll be easy to recognize, I should think, what with the color of his hair and all. Alright, let's take a look. Very, very vibrant blue hair. Yeah, that does stand out, so let's take a look. What's... Oh no, it's for the other. I was like, what? Chains for this little boy? What the? Jesus, no. There he is. Oh, I don't wanna. Okay. Let's go. And raid and thrust. Yeah, boy. Another blocked street. Who are you? Mother sent you? Tell her I won't go to the enemy's camp. I'm going home. Bro. The boy with the sky blue hair has made good his escape. You had best resume your search for these obstreperous youth. This gosh darn youth! What am I, a fucking senior? Oh, that's some good tea right there. What the fuck, dude? You creeping up on me? Stop following me! I can't do this. I can't do this, I'm afraid. I need to follow you. Oh. I didn't see. Once again, the boy with the sky blue hair has taken flight and will likely be looking over his shoulder for signs of trouble from now on. With a weary sigh, you resume the hunt. Jesus Christ, your mount scared the living crap out of me. Follow the boy from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed. I guess this is the same as when we followed that girl with the sister. Yeah. I know you're up to no good. What? I'm just standing here. No, I'm not. Oh. You think? See? Oh, you think? But I don't think because I'm hidden. Can I stand here? Gasp! There's no one there. It was just your imagination. I don't know if there's any real use to even... Gasp! Must have been the wind! Oh, must have been the wind, yes. Gasp. Perhaps I lost him. Come on now. Must have been the wind, dude. They have to be memeing me at this point. There's nobody here. Must have been the wind. Yeah, exactly. What? Dude. There's no way. I was behind the tree! Oh my god! Alright, I'll do this one more time. Yeah. Fuck. Alright, look. Come on, no, that felt so cheap. I was I thought I... Why am I trying so hard? Okay. Ooh! Okay. Now I'm just a... I failed again. Come on. This kid, he can fucking X-ray see through trees and shit, but he doesn't hear me jumping around in fully plated armor and a lance. Come on now. No, I'm just butthurt because I don't know how to hide. Dude, look at this. I wonder if there's someone there. My fucking big ass lance poking up. Let's make it even more inconspicuous. Yeah, no, don't you worry about a thing. Okay. Dude, for reals, I cannot be this dumb, can I? Oh. Okay. Fuck you, kid. Fuck you. You know what? Lost all my respect. That's right. You had some respect to begin with. Now, all gone. Could I just... Don't mind the motorcycle, kid. Don't mind the motorcycle. I'm just inching. I don't dare. Dude, I'm not moving. Dude, I am not moving. If you think I'm moving, you are crazy. Yes, you lost me. That's right. That's right. It must have been the wind, surely. Sometimes the winds here in Garlemald, they sound like motorcycles. Okay. You will not catch. Oh shit! I'm not sure. Is that... I'm afraid I'm going to fuck up just by being too far away. Okay, there we go. Whew. Mein Gott. You again. Leave me alone. I'm staying here to build a new house, bigger and better than the old one. I'm not sure. The child has escaped your grasp yet again, though this may be construed as a particularly tiresome endeavor. Remember that he is only a child and knows no better. You should find him before he comes to harm. I am inclined to agree, after all. And then we do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Nice, just full on AoE to help the other guy out as well. There we go. Now let's aid this poor little chap. Why do you care so much? We're enemies, remember? Why are you trying to help me? You need help and I'm offering it. How would your mother feel if something were to happen to you? Sniffle, or I don't care what you say, we don't need your help. But mother's worried I should go back to the station. There we go. There we go. There we go. And now we can just quickly TP. That is so satisfying. My god, that is so satisfying. Azure-haired woman. Alright, let's see here. I was wondering when I would see you again. I'm happy to report my son has returned. Poor creature, you should have seen him. Tears pouring down his little cheeks, crying his apologies to me. I know that you were the one who found him, though he didn't mention a word of it to me. I almost couldn't believe my ears when he said he wouldn't mind moving to your camp. He was dead against it only hours ago. What could have happened, I wonder? What? He was attacked? By that horrid Magitech, you say? Goodness, that must have been quite a shock for my little man. Thank you for coming to his rescue. There's a salutary lesson to be gained from all this, though, one that I hope he retains. Do not scorn a proffered hand when one is in need, whether that hand be friend or foes. At any rate, I thank you for finding him. It's not much, but please, I insist. See, this is a proper reward, a fucking ether current. Yes, there we go. Oh wow, I need to be a bit all over the place for this next one, don't I? Should be able to make that work. Okay, well, he'll lose interest. He'll lose interest once it sees nothing more than dust behind my bike. It will go, fuck it, it's not worth it. Yes, I'll see. Oh, actually, purple usually means fighting, doesn't it? Yep, there it is. Jesus Christ, this one deer is putting up more of a fucking fight than their Magitech drone thingies. Okay, there we go. Jesus. Wildlife in Garlemald is not to fuck around with. This is a one-tempered Imperial just getting absolutely stomped by a Dragoon. Not holding back a single attack. I am sorry. Oh shit, I was supposed to use... Dude, I was just caught up trying to kill him. Oh boy, sorry about that one. He's mining the train. I mean, sure. Destination. You see no threats on the path ahead. Good. And now it's just the final one left. Great. Oh, that's a fight. Purple smoke means fight. Who's coming at me? You will be your doom. Oh! I once again forgot. Look, I'm not a savage. Look, I'm not a savage, okay? I just get a little caught up in the moment, you know? The heat of the battle and all that, right? You know what I mean? No, it sounds like I'm trying to justify fucking war crimes when I'm saying that. Never mind. Ooh. Please don't try to fuck me. The big animal, not you, Thancred. You may try if you want to. Oh, yes. There you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The Tempered proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first and all that. Okay, absolutely. And I'll drive there because it's super close. Selin. I was informed of Quintus's... It must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to our proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. That so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees, perfidy notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of their legatus, and that following his death, they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal and his men punished with him. Perhaps by making sure he died, he hoped to absolve them of any culpability. Or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. Lucia has further news for you. I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Now that we've procured ceruleum from Tapper's Den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much-needed warmth. Furthermore, we've prepared sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tetrium shall find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we are capable of wielding a ladle or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask you to seek out Ishtola? She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. Oh, I spy with my little eye. All but one. I was like, does that mean I have flying if I do them? It does not mean that. Commissionary officer. Well, now here's a sight that warms the heart. I never thought I'd have the honor to be the hero of your pedigree, let alone beg for your aid. You see, I've got a shipment of supplies to send down to Tapper's Den, and having someone who knows the lay of the land by my side would go a long way to ensure its safe delivery. I'd defend it myself, but I have to carry the bloody thing. If you'd be so kind as to escort me, I assure you I'll make it worth your while. Go right ahead. Well then, I'll be waiting outside the gates of the camp. Come meet me when you're ready, but don't take too long. Monsters abound in these parts. Let's pick up the other one. Just gotta do that. There we go. Bracelet, nice. I've seen you before in Tetrium, yes? I was part of the first group transferred here, but there's someone I'm trying to find. A small boy, red hair. Have you seen him? He's probably still refusing to budge. Oh, my apologies. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Gala, First Legion. I've been doing what I can for the refugees, though I suppose I'm one myself. You see, I've always tried to help those in need. Some call me a busybody, in fact. Some call me a busybody. I don't think I've ever heard that word before. Some call me a busybody, in fact. Before joining the military, I was a member of the Vigiles Urbani, and it was our duty to keep the citizenry safe. Old habits die hard, though, which is why I'm determined to look after that lad. He's been separated from his parents in the chaos, but he won't leave the station without them. Thing is, that's no place for a child his age to be fending for himself. You've seen the conditions there. He needs food and warmth, which you and yours have been kind enough to offer. I should go back to the station to try persuading him to join your camp. Could I trouble you to accompany me? It'll do him good to see you're not the monster he probably thinks you are. Yeah, agreed. That sounds like a great plan. Thank you. Well done. No time like the present. Alright. I will be doing them... Oh wow, that was... Okay. So we are going to do the escort mission first. See, I'm assuming it's like an accessory or something. It looks really cool. There you are. I knew you'd have the heart to help a soul in need. The commissioner officer is now accompanying you. Keep it aside in order to proceed. Yeah. I could have sworn that if you mounted on a multiple seat... Well, let us go. We are going to Trapper's Den. I actually don't remember Trapper's Den, even though it's been referenced many times. A little extra conversation, let's do it. It'll be some time yet before we've mapped the entirety of this vast expanse. It stretches north as far as the eye can see, unhospitable to even the hardiest of explorers. It's a wonder that the Garleans survived at all, let alone went on to form the Empire. Seeing the Magna Glacies with my own eyes, I want to say Glacies, but they pronounce it Glacies. Seeing the Magna Glacies with my own eyes, however, I've gained some understanding of their disposition. I see. Wait, because Trapper's Den wasn't... No, that's the place that I was before with the people and the sister and stuff. Trapper's Den. Oh, Trapper's Den, the cave. Probably. Yes, it's the cave. Got it. Here we are, safe and sound. I couldn't have done it without you, friend. Now all that's left is to deliver the goods. Let's enter those caves and get some shelter from these freezing winds, huh? Big agree. Alright. In we go. Commissar officer. Well, the goods have been safely delivered, but I'm afraid I have one more task to beg of you. Of course, I'd do it myself if I could, but I'm afraid this calls for some of the skills that I lack. You're not obligated to help me again, but seeing as how you're already here, maybe you won't mind hearing me out. If only your quest was blue. Alright, the other one was we needed to find another boy, was it? All these children running around. There it is. There we go, there she is. Alright. If my prediction is correct, he should still be around here. His name's Volusus, but most know him better for his scarlet locks. Considering how reluctant he is to leave, I doubt he'd answer if we tried calling out for him. Would you mind helping me look? Absolutely. His scarlet locks, you say? Well, let me check in here first, because... okay, doesn't seem to be in this cart. Nor in this. Oh. Well, I can't really tell that it's scarlet in this lighting, but I see the big quest complete marker. That's that was a giveaway. Who are you? I am the chosen one, and I have come for you. Volusus, we've been looking everywhere for you. Still refusing to join everyone at the other camp, I see. I'm not going anywhere, not without Mom and Dad. Oh. Don't you see? It's for your own good. Please tell me his parents are okay. I know you. Came here with Jealous, didn't you? Please, you've got to listen to me. Mom and Dad are alive. I know they are. No one's saying they aren't. Sorry to burden you, but I have a feeling he'll be more cooperative once he's got this off his chest. Hear him out, would you? Oh no. Please tell me it's a blue quest, otherwise I am going to just abandon you and your situation. Shame. It's a shame. No, I think I might take a break from streaming and recording now. Oh boy. I'm still just in the first steps of just getting comfortable with doing it at all. And now that I've gone 4.5 hours, for me, it feels like a long time. So I'm gonna take a break here for today. But it's been fucking fun. I am actually enjoying this very much. I'm one of those people who, when I am by myself, I always have conversations with myself. Always. And it's not just the shower thoughts conversations. It's like I can have arguments and debates with myself. I don't know why. Always been like that. And my dad is the exact same. And I don't know. Feels nice to kind of stream or at least record while I'm playing a game. Because just talking to myself comes natural. It comes natural, so it's a good fit. But that's gonna be it for me for today. So with that in mind, I guess that's all. Yep. Bye!